What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Arsenal-Liverpool post-match analysis video. What did you think of the game? Do you think a draw was a fair result? And also, where will Liverpool and Arsenal finish this season? And I'm really impressed by Arsenal, but also this was a fantastic game of football. Probably a draw is a fair result in my opinion, but I feel very frustrated because Liverpool got a perfectly good goal disallowed. Firmino was miles onside when he received the ball in the first half. He hits the post, but when he shoots the ball, Mane is behind Firmino by like a good yard, and Mane, after Firmino hitting the post, tucks in the rebound and the referee flags offside, and if there is VAR, that goal is given, and that is such a frustrating thing to me. And also Arsenal had 2 goals disallowed, and they were also the correct decisions. Both goals disallowed for Arsenal, and I mean not also, but Liverpool's goal should have stood. But you know, both teams had a lot of chances. The first 15 minutes Arsenal were the better team. By the way, Arsenal look like a completely different team to the Arsene Wenger Arsenal. They look so much better, and they were really a big threat today. I was actually surprised by how good Arsenal were today, especially their midfield. Xhaka and Torreira actually bossed the midfield for quite a few minutes, I have to say. The first 15 minutes of the first half, the last 15 minutes of the first half, and there were spells in the second half where Arsenal really were probably the better team, but then there were spells where Liverpool were the better team. The middle part of the first half, and also the first like 15-20 minutes of the second half, Liverpool actually created, in my opinion, the most clear-cut chances in the game. Van Dijk could have had a hat-trick today. He had a one-on-one where he chested down and blasted into the goalkeeper. I think the 2 players who let Liverpool down today were Trent Alexander-Arnold, who were almost always out of position, and he also gave the ball away. And I'm not sure if Trent Alexander-Arnold is mentally affected by this Snapchat scandal that broke out a few days or weeks ago. I'm not even sure. And Fabinho in midfield were always a little bit late, a little bit off rhythm. I didn't really like Fabinho's performance in there, but we had to start Fabinho because both Henderson and Naby Keita were out injured, and also Milner and Wijnaldum didn't have the best of games, even though Milner scored a cracking goal in the second half. Mane was also not as involved as I like him to be involved in the attack. He was always a little bit behind Firmino and Salah. By the way, both Salah and Firmino had pretty decent games. And even though Liverpool didn't dominate the midfield, Liverpool created the better chances and the more clear-cut chances. Van Dijk, as I said, he could have had a hat-trick today. Van Dijk had a corner header from a corner where if it's anywhere in the corner, it's in, but it was straight above the goalkeeper's head and he could save it. And then yeah, Liverpool probably should have taken more of their clear chances, but also Arsenal had some very good chances. Both Lacazette and Aubameyang had very good chances, and Liverpool scored a brilliant goal, but I think it was a mistake from Leno, where a cross comes in, Leno tries to catch it instead of punching it, he fumbles the ball, it slips out of his fingers, out of his hand, and Milner is there to absolutely blast it like a rocket launcher. That's what Milner's foot was at the time of the shot. He blasts it into the back of the net, where if Leno just stands his ground, he saves it, but he dives to one of the sides of the goal, and then the ball goes into the goal where Leno was just a second ago. And at that point, at 1-0, I really felt that if Liverpool hold on, this could be a monumental victory, because actually both teams were quite equal in terms of chances created, in terms of overall feel of the game. By the way, it was one of the best Premier League games of the season in my opinion, and both teams played football the right way. How I love football being played, full throttle attacking. Both Arsenal and Liverpool high pressed the other team, And it was actually very impressive how Arsenal played out from the back, and also they high pressed Liverpool, which gave Liverpool a lot of problems building attacks. So I think Arsenal's tactics were spot on, and I have to say huge credit goes out to Unai Emery. I take my imaginative hat off to him. He really turned this Arsenal side around. Arsenal fans should be pretty happy and optimistic about the future, because in Unai Emery it looks like they have a coach who finally knows what he's doing tactically, and he really transformed this Arsenal team. I can't stress this enough. I'm not sure if Arsenal are like genuine title contenders, because I think defensively Arsenal were shaky today and Liverpool created a lot of clear chances. But also, even though Liverpool normally have a very good defense, I think Liverpool were quite shaky today, and I think we should start Joe Gomez at right back and put Lovren in centre back, because Alexander-Arnold just needs a rest. He needs to just clear his head and focus mentally again, because today it looks like that mentally Alexander-Arnold wasn't 100%. But that's just my opinion. That's how I felt during the game, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure what kind of personal problems Alexander-Arnold has, but he wasn't as good as he usually is. But of course, he's just a kid. Let's not forget that. So let's not be too harsh on both Alexander-Arnold and also Fabinho is pretty new to the Premier League, to the Liverpool team. So let's not be too harsh on them. They did pretty okay, considering that you know, they are playing for Liverpool, and in this really high intensity game, it's very difficult. And I think Liverpool overall played pretty okay, but it still feels like in the majority of the season we haven't played as well as we can, and that frustrates me. And I'm not sure if I can put my finger on why is that. Why is that Liverpool are not firing on all cylinders like we used to be in a few games last season? But I have to remind myself that Liverpool maybe changed their tactics a little bit this season, in that we are not all-out attack a lot of the times that we were last season, because we want the defensive solidity, and Liverpool have a magnificent defense. We only conceded 5 goals in 11 games, and I think overall Liverpool had one of the best Premier League starts to a season in their history. We have 27 points from 11 games, which is an outstanding return, and we went to Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal and got 1 win and 2 draws, and also we got a draw against Man City at home, and those are the only games where we dropped points. All the other teams, smaller sides that we played so far, we have beaten them, and that is, I think, possibly one of the best starts of the season. But it's still not enough, because Manchester City are just such a powerhouse, such a strong team, that Liverpool probably will regret maybe not winning at Arsenal, because Manchester City came to the Emirates. Yes, it was the first game of the season, and they played Arsenal off the park and won there 2-0. And those are 2 points difference between Man City and Liverpool already. And also, if Man City beat, I think they play Crystal Palace at home or Southampton, I'm not sure, one of the other is the Chelsea opponent. If Man City win their game at home, which I fully expect them to, they are already 2 points ahead of Liverpool, which is frustrating, because Liverpool have one of the best starts in their history, and we could still be behind Manchester City. So the best ever Liverpool team in the past, like in the Premier League era, in my opinion, this is the best ever Liverpool team in the Premier League era. It might not be still good enough to win the title, because Manchester City are just an almost perfect team, and that is really frustrating to feel. But I think the season is very long, and there could be many things happening. De Bruyne, for example, is out for a month with another injury, or maybe even longer, we don't know yet, and that could hinder Manchester City. But they have such a strong team. I still expect them to win like 90-95% of their games, and that's what Liverpool have to do. But if we beat the smaller sides, I think we will be okay. We have quite a few winnable games coming up, and also the Merseyside derby, which I'm really looking forward to. So let me know, how will the season span out, and what did you think of this game? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.